Hello, everyone, and this is the Doman. I'm going to be reading you a story called No One Remembers Me by you slash I like the we. I want to start off with introductions. You might find it boring, but I need you all to understand who I really am and what I am not. My name is Michael, James Michael. I'm a 19-year-old man and am afraid of heights. I had a girlfriend once, but she was toxic, so we split up. I hate running and love to cycle. Before this started, I had just gone on a 2,000-kilometer cycle trip with my friends. It took us a few days, but we managed to tackle this massive trail just as the season ended. The leaves were just beginning to be kissed by the dawn of fall, and the breeze was cool and refreshing. I was happy. I was so happy. One more thing before I start the story. I know it's taking a bit, but you need to know these things. I worked at a local club. It's a jazz club. A modest little one that's been around in my town since the 1940s. We pride ourselves on the time Frank Sinatra Jr. came to our bar. He wasn't performing, he was just there to drink. We have a picture of him and the club's owner at the time. They both died in a traffic accident just outside of town. I heard their bodies were so badly mangled that both of the policemen who found them quit the day after. For the record, this story has nothing to do with the owner's ghost haunting the club or something like that. It's just about me and my current situation, which I will get to soon. The current owner, Victor, is my boss. He's strange, but he's letting me stay at the club until I figure out what's happening to me. The reason I bring him up, he too is vital to understand my scenario. He's been around for a while. I think he's 60 years old now, but whatever. I ask his age. He just says, I'm young enough to be alive, and laughs. He's been out of crash. Fuck, what was that? I'm back. It was just a glass falling. I swept it up with a duster and threw the remains of the old whiskey glass into the trash. Pretty common stuff for a bartender in this small town. Now I've kept you long enough. If you actually read all this, thank you. If you didn't then, thanks for at least starting here. Let's talk about my predicament. Nobody knows who I am. Not in the sense that nobody remembers me, but nobody remembers who I was. How I acted. What I liked. What I did, and even who my friends were. The only exception to this is Victor. But even he is blurry on some of the memories of me. He says he can't remember my first day on the job or conversations we had before. But he knows most of who I am. It started 3 weeks ago when I got a call from a guy named Corey. What? Someone entered the club. We're open 24 hours. I'll finish this later. I'm back again. It's been 3 hours since I was last writing. It's now 2 in the morning. I need to write what I saw. Someone entered the club. I know who they are. Her name is Victoria. She was my friend back in middle school, but we drifted after high school started. Victoria is not a pretty girl, but she's not ugly either. I can only describe her as average. She was a funny girl who liked to skateboard. My parents didn't really like me hanging out with her, but never did. I think I may have a crush on her, but I don't remember now. When she walked in, she asked for a sunset rum. I poured her a shot, and she downed it quickly. She looked like she wanted to forget something and drowned herself in booze. I knew that look. Most people around here have that look. After 2 hours of her drinking, she finally said something to me. Sometimes people make mistakes. She then stood up and put a tip on the counter and left. I washed the shot glass she had used and pulled out my laptop again. I wonder what she meant. I don't think she recognized me. So Corey, he's probably the biggest asshole I've ever met. He was never popular because of it. But I would be lying if I didn't say I enjoyed watching his angst. He once got punched so hard in the face by someone he was pissing off that his nose was permanently pushed to the side. This gave him the nickname Crooked Nose Corey. Anyways, Corey called me and asked, "Is it true you are dating Marnie?" For the record, I'm not. I don't even know who that is. I denied it and went on with my day. Over the course of a day, people who I knew kept talking to me about things I didn't understand. Then it happened the next day, then the next, then the next. At this point, I was starting to freak out. I thought this might be a prank. So I started to call people out on this sick joke. However, no matter who I spoke to, the words were always similar in their inaccuracy to me in my life. After about 2 weeks of asking around, I determined that the only person who had a partial grasp of who I am, besides myself and Victor, I need to get some sleep. I will publish what I have written and come back soon. James. Okay, that was No One Remembers Me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next upload. This is the Dome Man. Sleep tight.